In the figure above, the circle has center O and has radius 10. If the length of arc AB, shown in bold, is between 5 and 6, what is one possible integer value of x? So keeping in line with every question on the SAT having a concept, this one right here is about the length of an arc. And we know this is the case because we're given the length of arc AB, only that they gave it to us in form of a range. It's between 5 and 6. However, remember that an arc is basically just a small portion of the entire circle's circumference. So we know that this question is centered on circumference and the length of an arc. So first, to find the circumference of a circle, we say pi d, also known as 2 pi r. And to find the length of an arc length is always going to be whatever the angle producing that arc is over 360 times pi d. So really what this is saying is the length of that segment, the length of a circumference, but only for a small fraction of it. In other words, give me the circumference, but only for this small fraction of that circle. So in our case, our angle, which is the question we're trying to solve, is right here, is what's called x. We know that the arc length is between 5 and 6, so we can literally choose any number between those and work with it. Let's choose 5.5 because 5.5 is right in the middle of 5 and 6, but you can choose anything from 5.1 all the way to 5.9. So we'll just go with 5.5 for our case. So theta is the angle x that we are looking for over 360 times pi, and the diameter of this circle would have to be 20 because radius is 10, diameter is double. So the rest of this is just algebra, trying to solve for x. So we can multiply both sides by 360 as shown. And of course, 360s on the right side cancel. In the calculator, 360 times 5.5 is 1,980 equals 20 pi x. So to get x by itself, we're going to divide both sides by 20 pi. That's going to isolate x. And when you do this, those 20 pi's cancel, and you'll find that x equals 31.51, so on and so forth. But the question was asking, what is one possible integer value of x? That means we have to have a whole number. Integers are whole numbers, they don't have decimals. So we can round this to 31.5 rounds to 32. Now, this is another one of those questions again that can have multiple answers depending on what you decided to use for your arc. Anything from 5.1 to 5.9 would work. So depending on what you plugged in here, you're going to have a different answer, but any of those would work. And that's it.